Since 2016, Giampiero Lambiase has been the only voice in Max's ear. Every lap, every strategy call, every championship won, he's been there. With the season basically awash and a Max who is questioning whether or not he wants to stay in F1, another blow was dealt to Red Bull that the paddock is still processing. GP is leaving. Is this the precursor to Max leaving too? You know his face, you know his voice. If you've watched any onboard footage from the last decade, GP is as recognizable as anyone in that paddock. He is the one keeping Max calm when Max is anything but. There is no one in F1 with a reputation quite like this. Also, Max has publicly said that he wouldn't race without him. That's not a throwaway comment. That's a measure of how much this man matters. He's been his race engineer since 2016. Every championship, every title fight, every critical moment. Red Bull confirmed it today. Lambiase stays through the end of 2027, then joins McLaren as a chief racing officer. He had options. Aston Martin wanted him. Williams wanted him. He said no to both. McLaren were the only team he wanted, and that tells you something about what they're building. It's not a man who was being poached. This was a man with leverage, using it and choosing McLaren over everyone else in the paddock. Other teams couldn't do what McLaren just did. This is also a part of a broader pattern. Red Bull's talent hasn't just gone to one place, it's scattered across the grid. This didn't start with GP. It started the minute Christian Horner was sacked. Since then, the championship core has been hollowed out one by one. Of everyone who built those 4 titles, only Max and Hannah Schmidt remain at Red Bull. But there's a specific McLaren thread there. Marshall and Courtney were already there, and now GP. The best people in the paddock are looking at what McLaren are building, and they want in. And McLaren keep closing when other teams can't. The timing is not nothing. Max is publicly questioning his future, the regulations, or if any of this is worth it anymore. And now the only person he said he couldn't race without has taken a job somewhere else. I'm not saying this is a verdict, but it's a data point, and the data is stacking up. Giampiero Lambiase leaving Red Bull isn't a paddock reshuffle. It's the latest chapter in a story that's been building for 2 years. Newey, Wheatley, Marshall, Courtney, and now Lambiase. Red Bull aren't losing people by accident. They're losing them because of decisions, culture, and mismanagement that the best people in the paddock are no longer willing to put up with. And McLaren, they're not just building a fast car, they're building the destination. This is what a dynasty in decline looks like, and this is one that's being built looks like.